Well, hello. Are you a business owner who uses fuel for off-highway use? If so, you may be able to claim the fuel tax credit. This refundable credit can help you offset the taxes you paid on fuel that was used for non-taxable purposes. But be careful, the IRS is cracking down on fraud involving the fuel tax credit. If you claim the credit when you're not qualified, you could face penalties or even criminal prosecution. In this video, I'll explain what the fuel tax credit is, who can take the credit, and how to claim it. So the IRS is really focusing on improper tax credits right now as an audit issue. The Internal Revenue Service has noticed a large increase in fraud with the fuel tax credit over the last few years, but in 2023, they also noticed an increase in promoters offering to help taxpayers get a refund by claiming fake credits. Some promoters have helped a sizable group of taxpayers claim fake credits to get large tax refunds. The promoters don't care if you can really claim the credit or not. Their real focus is just getting a fee for helping you to get that refund. So usually the scam is one of three things. Promoters will have you claim the credit when you shouldn't. Promoters will have you claim a higher credit than what you really should get. Or promoters might use identity theft to file bogus claims. A majority of taxpayers don't qualify to take the fuel tax credit, so the huge influx of fuel tax credit claims set off alarm bells at the IRS. Actually, when I was an IRS auditor, I saw this credit used only a few times myself. So due to the increase in so many taxpayers claiming the credit, the fuel tax credit has made it onto the IRS's 2023 Dirty Dozen list of scams. So now the IRS has decided to audit more returns that claim the fuel tax credit. The IRS has set up new filters on their processing systems to find suspicious claims for fuel tax credit refunds. The IRS has even gone to the point of not processing some fuel tax credit claims until after they verify the claims first. If the IRS finds fraud with your fuel tax credit, they can charge a penalty of $5,000. Sometimes illegal scams can even lead to criminal prosecution. As a matter of fact, the IRS audited the returns of a company operated by a man in Colorado named Matthew Taylor and discovered that he had made fake claims for the fuel tax credit from 2010 through 2013. In 2020, he was sentenced to 7 years in prison for fuel tax credit fraud. He also had to reimburse the government over $7 million. So the IRS is very serious about false claims. Please don't let this scare you though. If you can rightfully claim the fuel tax credit, you should do so. Please just make sure that you qualify for the credit before applying the credit to your tax return. Basically, if you are the one who burned the fuel, you might be able to take the credit. Usually the credit isn't claimed by individual taxpayers, but by a business or a nonprofit educational organization that uses fuel for off-highway use or for school buses. When they say off-road use, it would be things like construction equipment such as forklifts, bulldozers, generators, and heaters, farming equipment such as tractors, landscaping equipment such as lawnmowers and chainsaws, or things like boats for commercial fishing. So when we go to the fuel pump, we pay taxes on gasoline, undyed diesel fuel, and undyed kerosene. Well, it's easier for the government to tax all of these fuels and allow credits for non-taxable uses instead of setting up separate gas stations all over the country to separate taxable from non-taxable use. The collected tax is used to fund the upkeep of roads and highways. Since some businesses are using fuel for equipment other than cars or trucks, the only way for a business to offset the taxes that they pay on fuel that is used for non-taxable purposes is to claim the fuel tax credit. The nice thing about the fuel tax credit is that it's a refundable credit instead of a deduction. Deductions just reduce the amount of income that is subject to tax. Credits reduce your tax dollar for dollar. If you believe that you qualify to claim the credit, you should complete Form 4136, Credit for Federal Tax Paid on Fuels, and attach it to your business tax return. If you don't want to wait to receive a lump sum refund, you can get periodic refunds by using Form 8849, Claim for Refund of Excise Taxes, or you can use Form 720 to claim a credit against your excise tax liability. Partnerships other than electing large partnerships cannot use Form 4136. They must include a statement on Schedule K1 detailing information about their fuel tax credit and the amount that is being allocated to each partner. Please remember that fuel tax credits are includable in the taxable income for your business if you included the amount of fuel taxes as a deduction on your federal tax return. This is done to keep you from deducting the cost of your fuel as a business expense while taking a claim on that same expense. Now, every business is different, so this video is not intended to serve as tax or legal advice. It's best to discuss your unique situation with your tax advisor. If you're interested in learning about another tax deduction you might be able to take, please watch the video on your screen about the 20% pass-through entity deduction. See you next time.